just learned how they're going to try and convince us to adopt a central bank digital currency. At the World Economic Forum, Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, they're the world's largest asset manager, says we need to rapidly move to the digitization of our currency. Then says the key words here: we could reduce corruption. For that to happen, that means someone will be monitoring our transactions and determining if they can be made or not. That's a central bank digital currency. I'm anti-corruption, and everyone I know is for stopping corruption. So they're going to use that to try and convince us to go to a CBDC. We can fight against corruption without adopting a central bank digital currency. No thank you, BlackRock. We're good.
This woman claims that this is proof that there are non-humans walking amongst us. Now, I don't say that lightly, like there could be another explanation, but this is pretty freaking weird. Now, you remember in the movie They Live, when they put on the sunglasses and they could see the reptilian-y people who are amongst the normal humans? And you know how that movie might have been made about Dicenian goggles, the goggles you put on that can see people's auras, but some people don't have auras because they might not be people? Well, this woman goes to Buckingham Palace, okay? She's in Europe. She's in England. She's using a thermal camera and looking at all kinds of normal people exhibiting a heat signature until she goes in front of Buckingham Palace. She turns around and films the front guards on this side of the gate, and they have a heat signature. But the two guards at the inner gate that goes into Buckingham Palace, in a second I zoom it in and you'll see, they don't have a heat signature, dude. And keep watching because this is extremely bizarre. You'd think someone said, well, their clothes are thick, so you wouldn't be able to see because of their clothes. But look at these two guys on either side of the door. No heat signature on their faces. You'd think for sure, if it's picking up the heat signature of this light, should pick up their face. So now, last I checked, reptiles are cold-blooded and have less of a heat signature. I'm just saying, should we get thermal cameras and check things out? Now, according to Google's AI, there is no scientific evidence confirming aliens live among us. As if you'd be waiting around for the science to be settled on that.
Okay, I'm gonna walk y'all through this. This is the neighbor coming out, right? Peep this. Look at this. This is gonna blow y'all mind. Look, it's 7:33. She comes out the house. The NPC comes out the house with the bag. 7:33. Watch this matrix glitch. I'm telling you, this is a simulation. It's 7:33, y'all. Okay, walks somewhere. God knows where. Boom. Now, this is the time. It's clocking the time, y'all. Look what time it is. Look at the time. Come back out the house. How many minutes is that? It's the same loop. The Truman Show. It's the Truman Show. Did y'all just peep that glitch with that NPC? It's all caught on camera. Can't deny it. Boom, this gonna get crazier. Look, 4 minutes later. Come back out the house with a dog. This is my camera too, so I do own the rights to this footage. But I'm just trying to show y'all this is exactly what they don't want people to see.
Let's talk about Catherine O'Hara. It is reported that Catherine O'Hara passed away on January 30th, 2026. Ironically enough, January 30th, 2026 just happened to be exactly 33 years since Catherine O'Hara last played Kevin's mom in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Also, oddly enough, Catherine O'Hara just happened to be married for 33 years before passing on January 30th. Another odd occurrence surrounding her passing, Catherine O'Hara played this character in Beetlejuice 2. It just so happens that one of the major plot points in the entire movie just happens to be her character passing on to the other side. Also, just must be another giant coincidence that her character in Beetlejuice 2 was bitten by a snake. Oddly enough, the same exact day that Catherine O'Hara passed away, Trump would name this man, Kevin Warsh, as head of the Federal Reserve. Keep in mind that in Home Alone 2, her son's name is Kevin, and it's Macaulay Culkin. Whole different rabbit hole. Also, does no one find it curious at the very least that just 2 days later the Grammy Awards would take place, and people are saying that this stage looked like a portal, etc.? Does nobody find it odd that on February 1st there just so happened to be a full moon? Coincidentally enough, it reminds me very much of Matthew Perry and how there was eclipse around the time of his passing, as well as this is the last picture he ever posted on Instagram. Hello? This video is for entertainment purposes only, as always, but comment below. Let me know, guys. Am I on to something, or am I tripping this time?
The IRL on Antarctica, boys. IRL on Antarctica.
Hello.
How's it going?
Not that good. So you have a Starlink.
Yep.
Okay, it's confiscated. You will receive it on the way back.
You can't use it on the land?
Take it?
Can't use it on the land?
No.
Okay. We checked it in biosecurity yesterday and didn't have a problem with it going on, but you're the captain, so it's all yours.
Okay. You will receive it in the end of the trip, okay?
Okay, cool.
It's not such devices, they're not anything that is related to the internet connection, cyber security is completely forbidden.
Really? So no one's allowed to have a Starlink?
Nope. Not even a single piece of data.
Really? On land?
That is not true. No.
Is that for, like all of it? I'm just asking questions. I'm not arguing with you. For all of Antarctica?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. For all, it's available for all ships, not only this ship, all the ships around, and especially this one. We have cyber security. We have forms to follow. Unfortunately, we cannot let you.
Right, bring it on land.
Yeah.
And that's for every ship in Antarctica?
Yeah, for everybody.
Okay.
But our procedures, they are very strict, and such devices, they are not allowed, unfortunately.
Yeah, no. That's fine. Thank you for informing me. I apologize if there was any issue. I just didn't, I didn't see any problem with it, like, online when I was researching and stuff, but
Okay.
you're the captain.
Okay.
Thank you
so much.
Strange UFO was captured by people on their way home from a concert, and as they were observing this thing, it looks like a person walking in the sky. I'm going to zoom in for you at the point where they kind of focus. Check this out.
I can see it clearly with my eyes, but I can't see it on the freaking camera. It looks like a man walking, don't it?
Ooh, what is that?
Bro, that looks like somebody walking.
It looks like someone walking. It looks like someone walking. Bro, it looks like someone's walking.
Whatever this is, it does look like it's walking. There is that fabled UFO which people do report around the world called the Jetpack Man, a strange humanoid looking type figure which hovers around and disappears and zips off at strange speeds. But it looks like it's morphing in real time. Whether this is plasma or something more, I don't know, mate. What do you guys think?
Well, let's just dive into the secret society connections to the Nashville World's Fair. Because I think it's more obvious with Nashville than anywhere else. And it actually answers a lot of questions. Take the pyramid, or the Memphis building. Let's just start there. Why did they decide to do this? The mainstream story says it's because the busy and historic capital of Shelby County bears the name of ancient Memphis. Okay, but that just raises another question. Why did they call it Memphis, Tennessee in the first place? Don't you think that's an odd name? You find a city and decide to name it after an ancient Egyptian capital? It doesn't make sense until you connect it to Freemasonry. Freemasons have always been obsessed with Egyptian and Greek mythology. Many of you Nashville locals already know about this. You can see it right in the middle of downtown. It's the Downtown Presbyterian Church. Do you want to tell me why one of the oldest Christian churches in Nashville is built in Egyptian revival style and features a bas-relief of Amun-Ra, the Egyptian sun god, right at the front entrance? There's only one explanation. This was built by Christian Freemasons. William Strickland, the architect, was a Freemason, and also literally built Masonic halls in Philadelphia. There is no denying this Freemason-Egyptian connection. It's called the Rite of Memphis Mizraim. Anyone who's researched Freemasonry knows this. Look at their seal. Notice that temple there? This is what we're actually dealing with. These Masonic rites go back to the early 1700s. But here's something that caught my eye. The Rite of Mizraim, Mizraim is the Hebrew name for Egypt, was established in Venice in the late 18th century. Suddenly, that explains the Rialto Bridge replica. I wasn't sure why they chose to do a copy of that bridge, but now it makes perfect sense. Why did they build this random Venetian bridge? There's a reason. because this bridge is associated with secret brotherhoods and fraternities going back to the 15th century. It's one of the most famous and oldest bridges in Venice. But listen to this. I was looking into the background of the bridge, and I found out about a famous painting called The Miracle of the Relic of the Cross at the Ponte di Rialto. This painting shows a miracle of a madman being healed from a Christian relic. But more importantly, it was commissioned for the Grand Hall of the Scuola Grande de San Giovanni Evangelista, the seat of a brotherhood in Venice. And sorry if I pronounced that wrong. But that's the connection. That's why they made the replica. It's not random architecture.